Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, cottagers. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope things are good by you all. Why is I think I have two schedules on this thing. Anywho, welcome in. Sorry I'm a little bit late today. I wish I could say that I had set everything up in advance, but I had not. And then I got home late. So here we are. Well, welcome in Callio and Kirby and Chris. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That painting ain't normal. She's not. The staring girl, she do be staring. She do be staring. But welcome in. I'm a little scuff white tiger today. Raz, you are evil. Only Scuff Raz. Only Scuff Raz is evil, I think. I feel like I'm not evil most of the time. Alright, let me go ahead. Let's get set up because I am not set up and this will be an adventure. I guess I can leave this over here. Also, my mouth is not gonna move super well when I'm looking this way because my camera is to my left. So apologies if it's gonna be a little extra scuffy for a bit. Let me actually see what this screen looks like. Okay, this one's not so bad. I might be able to work with it. Scuffraz definitely has done arson. She has. Who's the girl with the pink hair? That is a plushie of Nina, who is one of the marriage candidates from Harvest Moon SNES. And I had an artist, she's who we married in our SNES run, and I had an artist make a little plushie of her, so she comes and she hangs out with us. She also has a little apron from in the game, and she has a little frog in her pocket of her apron because she fed us a live frog. So yeah, that's our girl, our best girl, Nina. She's always with us, she's always hanging. Alright, let me see. What is the best way? Video capture device? Yes. Maybe? Oh, you know what? I wonder if... Let me go in here. I might have to... Camera off. Okay, that might help. That might help. Maybe? Let's see. I don't see my thing. Configure video. Camera control. Where are you? Why are you not showing? Are you on? I'm like afraid to look at it. It's not showing it's on. Where? Why though? Why though? I'm afraid to look at it. Let's see. Whoa. I'm making myself shiver some. Activate. Oh, yep. There it is. I see it now. Okay. Can I scooch this? Maybe more like this? We'll see what looks good. Okay. Oh. Ooh. That's fine. Well, actually, no, that's not fine. Wait. Why is my thing... I made one of my things super small. And that is gonna be... Well, that's fine. Oh, the struggle. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. Okay. I'm making it. I'm gonna make it work. Let's put that... Well, actually... Let's move this like down a little bit. Put this here. Let's turn our alerts on. Let me move this up a little bit. Move this down. Okay, nice. You guys get to hear the behind the scenes of me making a scene and struggling at it. Amazing, incredible. Okay, I'm gonna make myself a little smaller. Okay. Let's try this. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And then, do I also have music in here? Let me see. Also, Gonko, welcome in! So Scuffraz and Normal Raz are two different people? No, it's the same person. We just have a joke that Scuffraz is a little bit scarier. Or maybe Scuffraz is her final form. Maybe true. Also, welcome in Opal and welcome in TM. Hey, Raz in chat. Welcome. Surprise possum hug. Welcome. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm taking a hot minute to set up, but I swear, I'm almost done, and then we can start painting. All right. Let me see. Let me add my audio. Let's see. Is this a media source? Or is it, let's see, add existing, talking BGM. And I'm actually gonna maybe turn that down just a touch. And, all right, let's go over here. Hello, welcome. Can I have a sip of paint? No, please don't drink the paint. Please don't drink the paint. Don't do that. I mean, I think it's acrylic, so it's not the most dangerous paint. It's not like oil paint. But welcome. Sorry if I'm breaking immersion. I'm not gonna wear gloves for this. So you will have to see my real human hand. The human behind, I don't know. Behind the curtain? There's not really a curtain in front of me, but you know. You get the vibe. So we're gonna be painting one of my minis. Well, we're gonna be priming some minis today because I'm slow to paint them and I need to prime some of them. And I know you can prime by using spray paint, but I actually kind of just like, I don't know, I like painting them. I find it kind of cathartic, so Raz was a person this whole time. I know. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Behind the digital curtain. Oh, true. True. That's a good way to put it. Also, wait, you guys, you can meet my Tamagotchis for the first time. Look, this is my original Tamagotchi, and this is my little chibi Tamagotchi. Also, as should be noted, if somehow you see a reflection of me, let's pretend that we didn't. If someone clips, if this camera falls and it shows my face and someone clips it, I'll have to graduate immediately, so, you know, be careful. But yeah, so this is my little chibi Tamagotchi. This one's from 2005. This is them next to each other. And yeah, this one's from 2005. This is the remake. So this one is new. Got it on Amazon. This is, let me show you guys. Got a little couch. This is their little couch. It has Pickle's hair on it because, you know, long-haired cat, that's what happens. But this is their little couch. It sits like behind my keyboard usually. It is moved now. Oh my god, now we know Raz has hands. Yes, the secret's out. I've got hands. Are you afraid of us seeing your strings and crossbar in HD or something? Welcome in, Mary. Yes, something like that. And then this is my new Tamagotchi that I just got. I haven't started running it yet. I'm gonna wait until the other original is dead, I think, because I have a pouch coming for it in the mail that I haven't gotten yet. So I could put it in. I have this little, I don't know if it's over here. It might not be. I have a little owl coin purse that I used in Japan. But I could put it in, but I have a new one coming. It's a little Tengu Pochako pouch. Opal put puppy in Discord if anyone cares. I will be so excited to see the puppy after stream. Thank you for sharing your puppy with us, Opal. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let me grab one of my boys. Let's see, who should we paint? They're a little dusty because I had them in storage in the other room. I think we could do this boy to start. We'll probably be able to get through a few of them. Let me just make sure that at least most of the cat hair is off of them. Will some cat hair inevitably be stuck on my models? Yes. But that's, you know, that's part of the charm, I think. That's just part of it. Nothing in here is meant to be perfect, because I am imperfect, so. Alright, so yeah, I think we're gonna do this boy. He is... I think this is one of my normal knights. There's like young knights, like knights who don't really have full knighthood, and then there's the regulars, I guess you could say. This is one of the regulars boys. I'm excited for this. I've never seen the miniature painting process. My friend has recently shown me appreciation for 40K. Well, we're just gonna be priming today. So this is just a baby version of it. But it's pretty fun. Basically you prime them so that you have like a nice even layer, because if you can see, when you stick them together, these guys, they have lots of little pieces. So like this guy, his head, his torso, and his legs are all separate, and then the shield is separate. This side shield on his body, he has a little shield on his shoulder is separate. The arm is attached to the lance is separate. So you have to, and the horse, I think these horses are in two pieces. The horse head is separate from the horse body. So you have to glue them all together. And when you do that, the glue is a little bit like, it has this kind of like white tint to it. So we prime them so they are all one color. I'm going to be priming them in black. Because I'm going to be doing a method later called it's colloquially called slap chop, but it's technically a very traditional painting method called grisaille, which is you take like black and then you layer white on top of it to create all these areas of light and shadows before you apply any color to it, and it just makes the whole process a lot faster. Because your shadows are already like mapped out for you, and your highlights and everything. So that's the plan. So yeah, I'm just gonna be painting some black all over this guy. The key is to not to paint the paint so that it's not like globby, and you don't want it to kind of obscure any of the details on these guys. So it's kind of a process of moving the paint around when you get it on there so that it's kind of nice, one nice solid color without being too gloopy, but still covering everything. We want all the gray to be covered, but we don't want to lose any definition on any of the details because these models are beautifully modeled. So we want to make sure that comes through for the rest of the painting process, as we've got to layer up other layers on them. Opal likes Warhammer Fantasy more, but 40K is way better stories in it. It's very embarrassing how much better the writing is. Yeah, this is actually this is Warhammer Fantasy. This is the Old World. This is a Bretonnian army that I'm making. Bretonnian are like the very traditional knights in shining armor. They believe in a fae deity in the Lady of the Lake. They're pretty fun. They're pretty cool. I'm excited to play with them. So yeah, that's the goal. Get a lot of paint on this boy. Ian was obsessed with the Lord of the Rings minis back in the day. I had a huge orc army. Used to play games most weekends. Ah, that sounds so fun. I love that. Honestly, minis are so cool. I think more people should get into them because they're a nice like hobby in the case of the making stuff. It's got like the creative side of it of like painting your army and doing all that stuff, but then also the gameplay can be really fun. You don't have to paint the underside of the minis, but I don't know, I like to. I like the idea that my horse is gonna be painted as much as humanly possible, at least to get the black underneath, because I feel like if you stare down at it from table level, I want it to not look suddenly very light gray underneath. I'm really excited to paint all the horses though. That's why I chose the Bretonians, because I just love horses, and I'm so excited to paint so many different horse coats and horse colors. I've been trying to think of what I want my Duke, because the Duke is like going to be the army leader. But trying to think of what kind of fancy horse coats I could have for the Duke's horse, because I feel like a Duke would be able to purchase a very fancy war horse. Very fancy war horse colors. I was thinking maybe kind of this like champagne-y roan color. Yeah, I had some horse inspo picked out. Let's put it that way. I had some horse inspo picked out. We'll see how it turns out, because I'm a little baby painter. My husband is a much better painter. Because he did sculpture as a minor in college. So he has taken way more art classes than I ever have. So, and he's done a lot more mini painting. He had some 40K stuff. He was into a bunch of minis when he was a kid as well, so we have lots of stuff around, but I'm excited to get into it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I wanna there's some local shops we haven't been to yet. I'd like to get my army kind of in place, but I'd love to play in person too. I also like how the fantasy setting isn't dominated by one or two factions. No one holds a majority of the territory, so everyone is a minor faction, rather than 40K, where the Imperium takes up 99% of known territory. Oh. It might be heretical to say Bretonia is basically a mix of the French and English from the medieval age. They've got some, yeah, they're mostly French. My plan is, so Bretonia, because they're like knights, they have heraldry. My plan is to make up a little OC duchy for my army, and they're going to be the Duchy of Potager. Potager is a French gardening technique, which is like mixed herbs and flowers and fruit trees and vegetables all in one place, and I'm gonna have all of their heraldry be fruit and vegetable themed. Also, CJ, thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. Everyone make sure. Let's do a big stretch. Hold on, let me put this boy down. I'm gonna do a big stretch. Make sure that you are unshrimped. I'm probably gonna be shrimping a good bit during this whole thing, because I always like hunch over when I'm painting. And everyone make sure you get a sip of something. Doesn't matter what it is. Something's better than nothing. I have a cat on my arm. Oh, it's okay, Opal. You can wait till after your cat has moved. Raz has hands. I know. I'm sorry you had to find out this way, CJ. Potagers are great. They are. They're a really cool gardening technique. I think they're pretty ideal, to be honest. But yes. You have to find out. Raz has hands. Raz has an arm. Raz has a tattoo. You have to find out. You're finding out all sorts of things about me. Maybe you knew about some of these things. I feel like I have talked about some of them. Some of them before. But now you know. The more you know. She won't move. It'll be just like this until I move her. Aw. She just really wants to snug. You just got a really snuggly cat. That's okay. We love snuggly cats. I knew you had hands. I just expected them to be ball jointed. Only in the digital world. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Only the digital version. Hold up, can I see the tattoo when you get a chance? You can. I don't think there's any pictures of it online, so let's see. That's the full thing. It's a big forearm piece. Yeah, it's in the neo-traditional style. It's a pair of scissors, and it's got, let's see, there's a moth on it, some flowers, the moon, you know, it hurt. I sat there for 4.5 hours while that was done. It was not my most pleasant. How much was it? I think it was like 400 for the piece, I think. I think I just paid the, I think I paid for it as just a piece rather than his hourly rate. It's kind of sad. The artist that did it has since changed tack, and he only does black and white fine line tattoos, so he actually doesn't do this tattoo style at all anymore, which is kind of a shame. He also moved away. He no longer lives anywhere close to the area, so probably would not have been able to go back to him anyway, but a bit of a shame because I liked his work a lot. I liked his neo-traditional style, and now, I mean, I think he liked doing the other stuff better, so good for him, but I appreciate his work, appreciate his sacrifice in doing a style that maybe he didn't love at the time. I think he did a good job. I would love to get more tattoos, but they're just very expensive. My plan is to have my right side of my body be in color and my left side of my body be in black and white. I want to have a poison garden on my left arm. That's my plan anyway, but you know, that's for far more wealthy Raz to figure out, because tattoos do be costing quite a bit of money. You can find some artists, again, if it's a smaller piece, if you don't mind traditional or neo-traditional style, which they're not necessarily like huge pieces, people will they'll sell them, or they'll do them for like a flat fee for the piece rather than the hourly rate, but yeah, they do be expensive. I mean, worthwhile investment. You want a good artist who you are gonna trust to do a good job, but yeah. And then you gotta sit there for him. If you have one of the ones where it's a long session, it's also a lot to sit through, so. My husband has a tattoo that took 40 hours, I think, and he did it in mainly 8-hour sessions, and he said that those were not very fun. Not his most fun times. 8 hours of someone really grinding a tattoo gun into you. But yeah, you can find the good thing actually, if you remember and you're up for it and you're feeling good that day, a lot of tattoo studios do Friday the 13th flash pieces. So they usually make a flash sheet in advance. A lot of them will post it on like their Instagram or something, and you can that's a good way to get a tattoo for like a little bit less. And I think getting something small is like not bad for your first time. I think I was a little ambitious to get a full forearm piece for the first time, because it was a long time to sit and be uncomfy for. For some things on your skin, it's forever. I'm surprised they're so cheap. I would say like a base price for an artist these days is probably about $150 an hour, and then it'll go upwards, I would say. Some folks are less. Also depends on where they're based out of and how expensive it is to live there. So if you live in a less expensive area, you might be able to find a good tattoo artist for less, but you know, you don't want them to be too cheap. Let's put it that way. You don't want them to be too cheap. Then we start looking at, why is it so cheap? What is the reason? And it's usually not a good one. Me living in Florida, yeah, some areas might be cheaper than others. Also depends on if there's like a tattoo culture. You know, if there's more shops, there's more competition, so it can drive the price up. Certain things you don't want to cheap out on, exactly. Don't really want to cheap out. Let's just say tattoos, probably not it. Piercings, probably another one you don't want to cheap out on. Probably not a good idea. But yeah, there's also tattoo conventions. I went to, how many years ago was that now? I think I went to Anime Inc., which is like an anime tattoo convention 3 years ago, something like that. 3 years ago. Spots do tend to fill up quickly, but you can find artists who will do pieces for like a little bit cheaper because they're just trying to get so many done in a day, and they'll have like flash sheets and stuff. That's the other difference, is like my piece was a custom piece. So I like went in and had a whole consultation with the artist beforehand, and then he actually did like the booking. But you know, a flash piece is they draw what they would like to tattoo ahead of time, and then you just like pick it out. So flash can be a little bit cheaper than like a custom piece. Also, welcome in Alexander. Hi Raz hand reveal. Yes, Raz hand reveal. Sorry, everyone had to find out I had hands. The truth. I think getting traditional Japanese style tattoos would be nice, probably longer and more painful. Yeah, that would be painful. But it could be fun though. It could be like a cool, you'd have a good story to tell. The artist would probably be really chill to talk to. You know, could be fun. I mean, fun after the fact. It will probably not be the most fun when it's happening to you, but you know, it could be exactly what you want, you know? Maybe it'll be perfect for you. I think if you like a style, go for it. And I'm all for people mixing and matching styles. Some people are purists, but I think it's your body. Get what you'd like on it. And if you like artists doing different things, that's a-okay. I got a piercing on a whim in college. It went pretty well. Wish I didn't take it out when I started applying for jobs. Yeah, no, keep your piercings in. Make the jobs take you. I mean, unless you don't like the piercing, in which case it'd be fine. By all means. By all means. But make jobs accept you for who you are. Don't bend to the man. My friend got a full Japanese style tattoo. It took a few days, but it turned out really nice. Ooh, that sounds lovely. Yeah, I'm my philosophy is I like the tattoo collector philosophy, where I just like art, and I'd like to just go to artists whose art I like and be like, hey, can you put that on me? I like art and I want to be art. Me trying to focus on speaking Japanese while getting stabbed repeatedly. I mean, it could be a funny conversation. Could be a fun time. Hindsight wouldn't have mattered at all. I wanted to maximize my employability. I get it. I understand. I've dyed my hair. I used to dye my hair like different colors. I had lavender for a long time. I had blue. I had purple. Like vibrant purple. I dyed it back to normal colors for a client once. Terrible idea. Who cares about clients? Though my hair did not like being bleached that often. We are all art. So true. So true. Every one of us is art. Also, sorry I keep forgetting to just, like, you know, put the piece actually in view. Struggling. I'm just trying to get the underside so it's not, again, super light gray on the underside bit. Trying to just get at least a little black in there. And definitely for all the pieces that you can see from the opposite side. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. They're like these support pieces that hold the hooves to the stand, so I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with them. I think I want to try and make them into like dust, like kicking up dust as they're galloping by, so I might have to experiment with some things. Some of the other boys and their other horses before I try it on some of my fancier knights. I feel like it's okay if the younger boys look a little disheveled. Maybe that's mean of me to say, but my young knights, I think, can look a little bit less profesh. Because they are not profesh. They are just young beans trying to secure territory during an errantry crusade. But yeah, I'm gonna go over, let's see, some of these spots I'm gonna go over again, just a bit. Trying to get, let's see, under the neck. Make sure all the horse's face bits are all nice and dark. This dude's lance needs some work too. I do end up going back on a lot of these and finding spots after they're dried. Somehow under the really bright lights, sometimes it's easy to miss spots. You would think that you wouldn't miss anything under the bright lights, but I don't know, maybe I'm just blind. Because I seem to do it all the time. Seems to be a common thing with me. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good week. What is it, Wednesday? My week has been kind of busy, I guess. A lot of people woke up, remembered that the website exists. Not my favorite time of year. Kind of would prefer if people forgot that the website exists, but that's okay. I guess I'm gainfully employed then. So, I need money in order to pay for Pickles' expensive food, so there is that. I'm happy to have the means to do that. I had to go to the pharmacy yesterday to get her pills, and every time I do go to the pharmacy to pick up her pills, they think that she's dying because she has so many prescriptions. And it's like, guys, I've been coming here for years. You know that she's not dying. Come on. She's never been better. She's actively not dying because of all the medication that she's taking. That's the point. Is to keep her alive. Get a promotion, adopt another cat. Sadly, we have to be a single cat household because Pickles was bullied at the shelter, and she takes her pills in her food, so we can't run the risk of another cat eating her food, and she likes to graze. She's like me. She likes to eat throughout the day rather than quickly scarfing her meal, so we are a single kitty household. So she's very spoiled. That explains a lot of her her attitude sometimes. Buy second house for second cat, easy peasy. Ugh. No, Ray, welcome in. Let me just say, I've bought houses twice. I'm never doing it again. I bought my condo in the city, and now I bought my house in the countryside, and I'm never doing the real estate process again because it was awful. I'm good. I've done my time. I've done my time. My week was pretty good. There's parent-teacher conferences at the school I work at this week, so I got off early today. That's sick. I love that for you. Getting off early for parent-teacher conferences that you hopefully don't have to do. Cat has swapped arms, send help. Well, she's just giving you a break, right? Now you have the opportunity to rest that arm, right? I'm trying to get this dude, he has like, yeah. Bits of his legs are gonna be hard to get. I don't know if that's gonna show. Okay. I think this boy looks, I think he looks pretty good. I think he looks pretty decent. He looks nice and dark. Now just to put him down and to wait for little Pickle's hair to accumulate on him so that he becomes fuzzy, which is inevitably what happens with all of my models. I'm not a parent or a teacher, so I'm in the clear. Perfect. You're in the perfect spot. The perfect spot. Alright. Washed off this brush quick. Just like a real horse, yes. Looks identical. Alright, let's get another one. Let me grab it. Who should we do next? I guess I'll just go in order that I had them in my box. I think all the others are good. I think all the others are all set. I feel like I'm a child blowing on my game cartridges again because of all the dust. The same vibe. Alright, he looks pretty good actually. Alright, he's got his lance straight up, ready to accidentally poke me in the eye if I bend down too quickly. He's also got a little, I don't know if you guys can see this, he's got a little boar with a sword in it on his helmet. I don't know that the boar would appreciate that, but I feel like there are boars that have withstood that in the past, so boars are pretty ferocious. Also, before I'm about to start, I spot a single Pickle's hair on my brush, ready to creep in. It's ready. Alright. I don't know why I always start with the shield. I have no idea why that's the case, though. It's just like an alluring flat surface, I suppose. The OG fierce heraldic animal. So true. But like for real, boars, they'll mess you up. Do not tussle with a boar, even in the year 2024. That is a bad plan. Ill-advised, one might say. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else is going on this week. I'm excited. I think we might finish Harvest Island this week, which would be early, but I feel like we've been plugging along at a quick pace. Maybe it's my distrust of our dad in that game that made us go fast. Actually, I think it was my initial exploration. I didn't have to end up spending time looking for much stuff. I had already found a lot of the spots, even if I couldn't get into them early. So I think that helped. So I don't know if we're gonna finish it tomorrow, but I think we'll probably finish it by, well, I guess it depends. The tail end could have a little bit of a grind in it. I guess I don't know. But I was feeling like when I looked at the little spoiler-free guide thing, I kind of felt like we were coming up on the tail end of it. So that'll be exciting. I need to know how everything ends. I need to know, is our dad really a serial killer? That'll be my main question. Is he really the bad guy? He seems like the bad guy. So hopefully that will be answered. I've been thinking about whether or not I should kill another mayor in Echoes of the Plum Grove. But I kind of like this mayor, so I don't want to keep her around, but I don't know. The void is whispering to me that maybe it's time for one less mayor. Maybe it's time for another week of not paying taxes. So we'll see, I guess. We'll see how I feel by Sunday. Kill a mayor as a treat. Just a little treat. Treat yourself to one less mayor. Believe me, if we could have poisoned our dad in Harvest Island, I would have done it so early. Even if it would have completely, like, ruined the game for us. I did not like that man. I was ready. To take him out early. Who knew Raz was actually evil? Listen, okay, the first mayor was maybe a bit much, but the second mayor was actually awful to us, so I felt vindicated. The first one was maybe a little evil, because that dude seemed fine. He was like maybe a little bit full of himself. But to be fair, not a lot of people came to his funeral, so I'm kind of wondering if he wasn't that popular. Because we have seen much better attended funerals. I have to say, you can tell when someone is popular in that game. Because their funeral is poppin'. The whole town will be there. Oh, you said you like this one, yet you're still considering it. I do, yeah. Well, I just, again, it's like an intrusive thought. Every time I go to pay my taxes, I think, you know, I don't have to, though. Every time I go, what if I just had 150 more Echoes of the Plum Grove dollars, I think. What if, though? What if there wasn't a mayor to collect my taxes? Scuff Raz is just Raz's Mr. Hyde. It's probably true. Probably true. Yeah, you're only hearing this because Scuff Raz is here. I feel like I can be more open. These are all the thoughts I have to keep bottled up most of the time. I gotta keep it together to be cozy. Because, you know, murder isn't really cozy. I don't really feel like it fits with my normal MO. So that's why we have Scuff Raz, because then she can be a little bit more ruthless. I can say, what if we just killed another mayor, though? What if? Had we thought of that? And then we can all think about it. Scuff Raz really do be saying the quiet part out loud, you know? She gives me the confidence to do that. Her and her little scuff visage. She's just compelling like that. Her and her little MS Paint eyes. Gets you to ask the real questions. Mouse, please, leave Miss Pickle's dinner. Or that's her breakfast, but leave her breakfast alone. She's snoozing on the other side of the room. Mouse is like, I know. That's why I'm over here stealing her stuff. That's the point, ma'am. That is the point. I keep looking over and he like runs. He runs by to her little tray to grab some. And then he runs back. I don't know if he's putting it in his mouth and then running, or if he's... I don't know. He must be, I guess, because I feel like he's not running on 2 legs, so... He could be holding it in a fist, I suppose, but... I don't think that's how mice carry things. I don't think that's how they go about moving goods. Have you officially adopted the house mice? Well, we've adopted them a long time ago. There's a hole in our ceiling right above our doorway to our study here, and I think it was only maybe it was like maybe it was like a year after we moved in. There were a bunch of baby mice that were up there, and they fell through the gap onto the ground, and my husband picked all of them up and he put them all back up there because he said it wasn't fair to kill them when they were at such a disadvantage, being babies like they were. So honestly, we've adopted the mice a long time ago. When we catch them, we put them outside in the woods, but most of the time we just let them be, to be honest, which, you know, I think it's fine. I think it's alright. Do we have a lot of mice in our house? For sure. I hear them running around every night. They're bold, too. They don't really care about humans. But they are cute. They're real cute. And they're pretty soft. So there is that. But yeah. Try not to kill them. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we kind of have to, because they get to kind of mass numbers. But Pickles does like playing with them. She does not like to kill them, though. She likes to bop them on the head like she's, what is it, Bunny Foo Foo in the forest. Little Bunny Foo Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. That's what Pickles likes to do. That's her vibe. So she doesn't actually like to eat them or kill them. She just kind of likes tapping them. But we do have shrews in the house as well, and shrews are venomous actually. So I've been encouraging her not to tap unknown rodents, because I don't know that I really want to have to go to the emergency vet because she tapped a shrew and it bit her. So we'll see, though. She doesn't really take my advice. Let's put it that way. She's not just like any child. She's not big on taking her parents' advice. So I don't know if she's actually going to refrain from going after them. She does tap at them every chance she gets. I will say the shrews are not as bold, though. I don't think they usually are out in the same areas. They're more like in the cabinets and stuff. They don't like to come out in like broad daylight. The house mice have no such issue. The house mice do not care. They will be out and about in your face in the kitchen, running around by the spice rack. They'll stare you in the eye and be like, I was walking here, ma'am. I'm gonna be on my way. Gotta hop off for the night. Take care, everyone. Have a good one, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Thanks for popping over. But yeah, so they're almost pets. Not quite, but we're a hair's breadth away, I would say. Not long now. we'll probably find an injured one at some point and be like, "Aw." It's really weird though. Anytime I tell people, we have a snake as well. Anytime I tell people, we have, you know, Udon is our pet snake. She's a little ball python. Anytime I tell people that we have mice in our house, they always gleefully ask if I'm feeding them to my snake. And I'm like, no. What a bizarre question to ask a relative stranger. Because, you know, it's not like my best friends are asking me that question. It's always coworkers, like, first time they find out I have a snake, or I don't know. I'm always like, you guys are weird. You gotta get a hobby or something. I don't know. I'm like, no. I'm not gonna feed the mice in my house to my snake. She doesn't actually eat live anything. She eats frozen, pre-dead rats. Because it's not actually safe to feed her live prey. Because, as you can probably imagine, a mouse is gonna fight back when a snake is trying to eat it, so it's kind of not the way. With all the mare murdering, it wouldn't shock me. I only murder in video games. I'm a very docile person. Well, no, that's not true. When I was really little, I have a clear memory of, like, I think my parents didn't want me to let my family dog out at night because there were coyotes in the area. And I remember very vehemently telling my parents that if a coyote ever attacked my family dog, I would break all of its legs. And I was really young at the time. I was probably like 6 or 7, and I remember them just looking at me in kind of abject horror that I would say something like that so straight-faced. So I don't know, maybe I've always been this way. That's why I'm cozy now. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to be chill. Gotta have lower blood pressure, you know? Gotta be less upsetty spaghetti about things. Like coyotes, I guess. I think in my little mind, I was like, I thought that my dog, and she was a big dog too. She wasn't like a little dog. She was a lab. I think in my little kid mind, my parents were telling me that she was in like mortal danger, so I was ready to fight. I was like, hell no. They're not gonna get my dog. They'd have to come through me. She was my best friend at the time. I was like, no. I'll fight them. Don't worry, Mom and Dad. And they were like, now we are worried, but for a different reason. Are you hungry, Pickles? Is that why you're out and about? You're getting hungry? Because it's 8? Should we get your dinner soon? Get baby's dinner? Does that sound good? Yeah. Sound good to you? I'm gonna just finish this boy up and then... Or as best I can, I guess. I'm sure I will find more spots later when I go to do other stuff, but try and finish him as much as possible. And then I'll put us on break and I can get Pickles some... Get Pick some dinner. And top up my drink. And then we'll get back into painting. Sorry this isn't the most thrilling painting, because it's just painting everything all in black. But hopefully it's cozy enough, you know? You got to see my hands, so there's that. There's that. Alright, I think that's the best I'm gonna do on this man. I don't know, his shield is real funky. Some of these I glued down, not thinking of the angle. That I would have to later paint things. Definitely made some things harder for myself than necessary, I think, but let's see. All the major stuff, pretty good. I can always come back. Oh, part of his sword is not quite there. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I always just have fun hanging out. Well, I appreciate that. I have fun hanging out with y'all too. Alright. He looks pretty one note, I think. Gonna go join the other bro. Alright. I'm gonna put us on a quick break screen. I'm gonna go make Pickles her dinner. Wait, Kios is here. Hello, Kios. Hello, ma'am. Let me get you a raid shout out. I'm gonna have to type round to these boys. Welcome in, raiders. Let me not get stabbed by my own sons. What are you guys up to? Were you playing Witchwood today? Were you doing the Witchwood? You were playing Witchwood! You'll have to tell me how you liked it. I hope you guys had a lovely time. Welcome in, raiders. My name is Rosaldia. I go by Raz for short. I am a marionette VTuber. Today we're doing some painting of, well, here, of horse boys. And by horse boys I mean knights. Doing some priming. But welcome in. Hope you guys had a good time in Witchwood. It was such a beautiful game. I need to play that game. I feel like it has to be on my 2025 list because I've had it for a while and I keep being like, when am I gonna fit Witchwood in? So maybe next year, maybe I'll have to put it on my list. But I hope you guys are having fun in it. Kias was getting really in character. Yay, I'm excited to go watch the VOD. I can't wait. I can't wait. But Kias, if you have to go get food, a drink, rest, any of that good stuff, please do not feel pressured to stay. Of course, we'd love to have you, but if you have things that need doing, by all means, raid and run. But welcome in. Embrace the inner witch. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We just finished our second boy. I was just saying I'm about to take a quick, well, like a 5-minute break to get Pickles some dinner. Just need to like wipe off my brush so it doesn't get icky while I'm doing that. I'm gonna go lurk. Looking forward to your painting adventures. Sounds perfect. Yes, please lurk. Please get anything that you need. So yeah, I'm gonna put you guys on a quick break screen. Gonna be about 5 minutes, so feel free to get up, stretch, get a snack, get a drink, get a blanket, whatever you feel like doing. And then we will we'll get back into it, but oh god. Please, phone, calm down. But yeah, put you on a quick break screen and then we'll be back to do more stuff in a few. back. I'm back. Let me quick check. Ooh. My model keeps freaking out because I'm going behind. I have my light like right in front of my face. I'm gonna quick check the Tama because this one gets hungry very easily. So, gotta feed him. And also gonna play with him really quick. And then gotta feed. I feel like I have to feed this one. He might be okay though. Oh no, he wants mochi. He probably wants a fish too. Probably wants a fish too. The best part of the hand cam? Yeah, I want to do a Tama cam. I want to do a Tama cam. I have to figure out how to like set that up. But I want to do it, so we can have a little Darumachi. I don't know if it's hard to tell with the light. It's hard to get him to show up, but we'll figure out a way that I can show off the Tamas. And they can have their little spotlight. Nice. I think we won both times. Let me check. We did. Wow. Full and happy. They're on the couch. The chibi, which is this one, my little Daruma looking one. I found this one had fallen off the couch. I think Pickles stole him. At some point this morning, I think she dragged him off the couch. I was like, ma'am, please, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Alright. Oh, here's one of my Knight Captains. I really like this one. I'm excited to show this one to you. So first of all, gotta get all the fuzz off of him, but he has this headpiece that's like a special item. It's the horns of the Great Hunt, which is really cool. And the coolest bit, because he has this special item, oh my god, he actually has way more dust on him than some of the others did. Okay. Because he has this special item, I decided that I should give him a bird. So he actually has a falcon on his hand, on his arm, instead of like a normal... He does have a sword still on his body, but he's holding a falcon, and it has a hood on it, on the falcon, like a hunting bird. So I'm really excited to paint him. I'm not sure. I need to figure out like what kind of a heraldry he's gonna have and stuff, but I'm excited for this man because I like his thematic hunt vibe. I was really excited when I didn't realize that they had a hunting bird. And I was like, yes, more animals. When I was a kid, my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, was always trying, I don't know why, but she always wanted to buy me an American Girl doll. But my parents knew that I had no interest in dolls. Anytime that I had Barbies, it was because I wanted like the veterinarian Barbie or like SeaWorld Barbie or whatever. Like to me, Barbie was just a way to get little toy animals. So my parents knew that I did not care about dolls and that I was just going to find the American Girl doll that had the cutest animal companion and try and get my grandmother to buy that for me. So being able to pick an army full of horses that has like dogs and falcons, It's just really a grown-up version of that. It's the same thing as Veterinarian Barbie, really. The vibe is identical. It's no wonder that I picked Bretonia, really, truthfully. Because they just have so many animals that I can paint and get models of and be excited about. Sure, other people get dragons and stuff. That's pretty cool too, but what about a falcon? What about a hunting bird? Who wouldn't want that? So yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm healing my inner child right now because I can pick the hunting bird. I can give this man this special art item just so that it makes sense for him to have the bird on his arm. That is what I did. Because honestly, Warhammer, I guess you can play Warhammer competitively, like people do, but it does ultimately come down to rolling dice and stuff. You can be pretty strategic, but like there is a lot of chance in it, which makes the competitive scene kind of difficult because RNG is kind of a real thing. And it's not so, you can't really mitigate it as well as you can in, say, something like Magic the Gathering. Like a lot of card games, people will be like, oh, it's random chance, but you can build your deck in a way that it's really hard to brick. But miniature games they're meant to be fun, you know? So I feel like you don't have to pick things that are good, you can just pick things that you like. Because you might as well have a good time with it. You're gonna be stuck, you know, building an army for a long time. So you might as well enjoy the thing that you're working on. Otherwise it's gonna be a lot of hours of painting and doing stuff that you don't enjoy. So you might as well pick something that you can have fun with. Doesn't have to be the best army, doesn't have to be the strongest one, it can just be the one that makes you the happiest. I like that. I appreciate that element. I'm excited to have a lot of fun with the minis. Are you winning, son? I think I'm winning. How you doing, Ness? How's your Wednesday going? Hope it's been going well. We're just priming some horses and this hunting falcon. Ness, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Let me get you a raid shout out. Are you running, son? Welcome in, May Nickel. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me get you a raid shout out. Sorry, let me try to not get stabbed by my own boys. Morning, Raz. What's up? Welcome in, Kai. Sorry if I missed your message earlier. Welcome, welcome. You said that you had a I do, yes. I do have a tattoo. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. I'm sorry you had to find out that I have hands and a tattoo. Well, welcome in. What were you guys up to? You're playing Echoes of Wisdom. That's the new Zelda game, right? The little chibi one. I hope you had fun, though. I hope you guys are having a good time. But welcome in, Raiders. My name is Rizaldia. I go by Raz for short. I'm a marionette VTuber. Today, I'm a little white tiger. But welcome in. Welcome, welcome. We're doing some painting. We're painting knights. My little Bretonian army. Oh, that's actually so hard for you to see because I'm not putting it right. But yeah, this is my knight that we're painting right now. We're priming it. Obviously, Ness, if you have to go get food, a drink, rest, any of that good stuff, please do not feel pressured to say. Of course, we'd love to have you, but feel free to raid and dash if you need. And I can read it. Oh, because are you playing it in Japanese? That's hype. That's exciting. I hope you guys had fun playing the new Zelda. It looks super cute. I'm not a huge Zelda fan. It's just, you know, no farming. You know what I mean? But it looks cute. Look at her handle that cat like a professional. I know, he's on my arm, my little son. Me and my little tiger son. Beautiful butterfly wrap. Thank you. Yeah, it's a moth. It's a moth and some scissors. And a moon, I guess. There's a lot going on. There's a lot. I don't know, I had a lot of feelings. I had a lot of things I wanted incorporated. I think if I went and got a tattoo now, I think I would just get whatever the person was good at. Like, if the person was really good at tattooing beetles, I would just get a beetle. I would just be like, hey, you're good at this thing. I like your art. Can you put your art on me? But I was young. I thought tattoos should have more meaning than that. So, I like it though. I do think it's very pretty. I was saying earlier that the tattoo artist that I got it from moved away and then totally changed his style, his art style. So he actually doesn't do color tattoos anymore. So, no chance of me going back to him and getting more work done. But that's okay. I'm friends with the tattoo artist and stuff, so there's other folks. One day when I have more available funds, I will get more tattoos. Not this day. I'm too busy buying Tamagotchis and pickles medication and all that good stuff. And Warhammer, obviously. Though I guess I've bought most of my army. I don't feel like I need to buy too much more. I just need to paint it. I just need to get it together. Not all my boys are built yet either. All my little foot soldiers still need to be constructed. They're so little. They have such tiny pieces. It takes a lot of patience to stick all their equipment on them and glue them together and file down all the little bits you gotta cut off. It takes time. So I'm trying to enjoy the process and not rush it. Once I get everything together, I'll probably start playing with my husband just because I don't want to make him wait until I paint everything. But I will have to slowly paint things so I can actually go play at a store, you know? Like a human. Meet other humans who also are enjoying Warhammer The Old World. We can gush about old fantasy aesthetics. Old fantasy vibes. It's funny though, many years ago, how many years ago was it? I feel like it was sometime it must have been like 2016, 2017, so how many years ago was that? That would have been like 8 years ago-ish? 7 maybe? There was a Warhammer store that my husband and I went to, and I wasn't really into Warhammer because I don't like sci-fi aesthetics that much, and like Warhammer 40k is like much bigger than the fantasy stuff. And I don't know, like Age of Sigmar and stuff also is not really my vibe. Doesn't do it for me aesthetically. Not a bad thing. It's just that's just a preference thing. So we were at the store, and we were just there because my husband was looking into some armies because he wanted to get back into minis because he had been into them as a kid. And I have just a clear recollection of the shop. I don't know if he was the shop staff or if he was like the franchise owner, because I'm pretty sure Warhammer stores are franchised in some way. But anyway, this dude came over and he was, to be fair, he was trying to be very nice, and he was trying to connect with someone who was obviously one person who was into the hobby and then one person who was obviously like not into the hobby, and then trying to, you know, I'm sure he was trying to smooth things over, encourage a spouse or partner to join in on the hobby, which is a fair thing. But I have such a clear recollection of him being like, you should get into painting the models. And it was one of those things where I kind of just got the vibe that he was suggesting that because I was a woman. Being like, women like art, don't they? And it was funny because my husband was a sculpture minor, so he took way more art classes than I ever took. Ever. And is way more into painting than I am. And anyway, I just remember having this moment of being like, man, did you say that just because I'm a girl and you think that girls like to paint? We like to paint pretty tree people, pretty elves. I was like, you know, ladies can like the grim dark stuff too. We don't all have to. It's not a bad thing if we like to paint, and it's not feminine to paint. But I just had this moment of being like, sir, you don't know anything about me. Why start with the painting? Why start with that? You could have been pitching me how cool the combat was. You could have been telling me all about how rad these armies are, how broken their movesets are. But he went right for the art angle. To his own detriment, because I was like, no thanks. It's like, nah, I don't actually really like to paint. That's not really my jam. He was fine though. He was trying to be nice. I was just being grumpy. I didn't want to be. I was being introverted. I wanted to just be at the store for my husband, hang out. I didn't really want to get into it with anyone. Sadly, he was trying to make additional sales, so we were at a bit of an impasse with what our goals for the interaction were. But yeah, I still think about that to this day, that he was like, what about art? And I was like, sir, please. Sir, please. Made me want to be like, if he knew I played a Death Knight in World of Warcraft, would he still be pushing the art angle, or would he be telling me all about how cool some of the Space Marines were? I don't know. Or about how Skaven. I always call them Skravens. I don't know why. I just feel like adding an R to their name makes them sound more cool. So we colloquial call the Skavens Skravens in our house. And when Pickles is being very strange, when she's like lurking in the dark, about to do something silly, we ask her if she's Skravening around. Because sometimes she does that. Sometimes she goes and plays upstairs in the gloom, which feels like something a little rat person would do. Enjoying the gloom, up to no good. The Skaven way. Let's see, do I want to put another coat? These are actually pretty good. Back bit could do with a little bit more though. A little streaky back there. I have to map out my heraldry though, because I will be hard pressed to paint on all the stuff, because I'm not going to be using any of the pre-made. There's like stickers and stuff that you get for the heraldry, but because I'm making a little OC duchy that's going to be all like plants themed, I'm gonna have to paint my own, so I have to make a little map. And I wanted some of the knights to be related to each other. I wanted some of the heraldry to be kind of matching, so I gotta sit down at some point before I actually get to painting them. Or I guess I can paint all the horse coats and stuff and like some of the things without needing to know the heraldry, but there will come a time where I will have nothing left to paint except for that. So it's coming. The day is coming. sooner than I expect. So maybe that'll be one of my winter activities, is sitting down and planning all that out on like a really cold day. In a sketchbook or something, drawing it all out, making some faux lineages, faux genealogy situation. So I can have some knights who are related to other knights, and you can see that from their armor, and it can be all cool. Alright, let's see. I think just his hand in here. I'm gonna have to... So little, his little fingies in there. There we go. It's hard to get everything, but try my best to not have weird light pockets. All right. He's done. Him and his falcon, my captain, wearing the hunting horn thing. I think it's like Helm of the Great Hunt or something. I forget the name of it. Let's see, I think we have time for one more boy. Got this eagle knight. Let me see, let me get all the pickles hair off of him. Just covered. Alright, I might also clean my brush off a little bit. Because it's such thin paint. If I let it build up too much, it starts getting funky. So I might have to use another little well here. Let me see. Get this paint really fast so it's not separated. The first time I ever put this in a little tray, I forgot you had to shake it, and it came out funky. And then I was like, oh yeah, can't just drop paint in there. It doesn't work that way. Gotta shake it, make sure it's not separated out. Let's see. Alright. Somehow I got paint on my nail, which I will remove with nail polish remover, but for now, it lives there. That's its home now. Alright, just making sure I don't have any little bits in the brush, because I don't really want little bits on my dude. Not really the vibe. Okay. So this guy, he's got a little eagle with a shield and a little, I don't know, flag on his helm. Otherwise, he looks much the same as the rest of the crew. I just gave them all different helmets because I felt like it would be weird if they all had the same helmet. I was like, let's have different ones, because then we can play around with them and they'll be fun. Hi Raz, Monostream, yes, welcome in Saya, hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. Welcome in. Painting some of my Warhammer The Old World, formerly known as Warhammer Fantasy models. Doing our little hand cam stream, which we unlocked from our charity farmathon this year. I'm just doing some priming today, so easy, low impact. Just painting with black. No need to think very much. All chilled and you. I'm doing pretty well. Work was a little busy, but I got a good bit done, so no complaints. And now I'm painting horses. And I love horses, so I'm happy as a clam. Pickles has been fed. She just big munched. So I'm having a good time. Nice and cozy. A good Wednesday. I already took all the trash out and all my recyclables, so I'm kind of in for the night chilling. My preferred state of being. The scuffed model is too scuffed for me. Yeah, she's gonna break because I had to move my, this camera is normally what I use to track my model. So I'm using my phone, but it's kind of like set up to the side. So she can't really see my mouth because I have the light that the camera is attached to is mostly in front of my face so that I can see, because my room is very dark. Normally I would just put it on a little stand, but I don't use the overhead light in here. I'm one of those people that is afraid of the overhead light. I just always have little lamps on. So it would be way too dark. You guys would not be able to see anything, which could be funny, but I felt like if I was gonna do a hand cam stream for a charity reward, you might as well be able to actually see my hand rather than it being just dark. That's not as fun, I think. So yeah, I had to move the little model light over, and thus my entire setup is a little bit scuffed. My model been breaking because my phone can't see me. I can see it, but you know, it's struggling. It's doing its best. Trying to think if there's a way for me to have a good, because I'd like to show off my Tamagotchis on stream more, but maybe we'll just have to have like Tama show and tell time. Do you have any done models that you can show off? I do not have any done models that I can show off. I have, my husband has some done models. I think they're done. I'm not actually sure. They might still be in progress, but they are in the other room, I think. Do you have your husband's? I do. You want me to go get them? Let me see. I might have some in here. Let me look. Let me look. What do we got? Oh god, this boy is... He is very dusty. Oh god. He's so dusty. Okay, well here's one. This is really old. This is a tree boy. This is an old one. When he was trying to, he was like, I think when he was working with his airbrush for the first time. But he's a really big one. Like, this is the size of my hand. He's like as big as my hand. So yeah, that's one of his. But he's doing Beastmen for the fantasy. So let me see if his shaman. Let me see. I don't know if his shaman is done. Oh my god, Pickle's hair all over him, but he has this, I don't know if the shaman is done, but here's his shaman, dude. I don't know if it's gonna, if the camera's gonna actually like focus. But he's a little guy. So he's one of the newer ones. He has like, I don't know, he's tiny. He's so small. We've got a little bit of grass on here. All that good stuff. And then let me see, he has some bigger boys in the other room that I think might be done. Let me see if I can grab it. Let me look. Let's see. Alright, here's one of his beastie boys. He's not done. I don't think. I think there's more to his base. But, yeah, he's like this big minotaur boy. And he's like half the size of my hand, I guess. He's pretty big. So, yeah. Those are some of my husband's stuff. Dang, that must have taken a long time. Honestly, he did these pretty fast. He did most of these while I was still building some of my boys. So he's pretty quick. He has been experimenting more with like wet blending and stuff. So I think that was kind of what he was working on with some of those guides, was trying out some new techniques, seeing how he liked them and all that. But yeah, he's much more experienced with the models than I am. I'm just a little baby. A little slow baby. He did buy me a really cool model though. I'll have to get it and show you guys before we end stream. I haven't built it yet, but I was very excited. He got me a model that it's like constantly sold out on the store because it's very popular. It's very pretty. I can understand why it's sold out. It's like very beautifully modeled. So I'm excited to use it. But I'm a little scared to build it. It's like a different material. I think it's one of the resin ones instead of the plastic. So I want to be like a little bit more confident before I get in on that one, because I don't know. Not that I think I can ruin it, but I'd rather feel more comfortable before I get to that one. So I think I'm gonna build the rest of my army first and then get to that one. And I'll probably paint her like last or second to last. I'll probably paint, I've been trying to focus on, I think I'm gonna paint like my lower level dudes first, because they're little and they can be a little scuffy looking, and then I want like these guys, these like full-time knights and my duke and stuff, I want them to look a little bit fancier and have a little bit more going on, so I will paint them later on in the process so that I feel a little bit more comfortable and can kind of do some cooler stuff with them, rather than like the foot soldiers. They can just be a little, they can house all the mistakes. But to be fair, this is just my first army, so I'm also not expecting it to be perfect, and I'm expecting to have lots of other armies in the future that I can do all sorts of cool stuff with. Trying not to put a lot of pressure on myself, because I kind of have like perfectionist tendencies, so I think it's healthier if I just take it easy and have fun with it and acknowledge that, like, hey, I'm new to this and there are gonna be mistakes, and that is normal and expected, and there's lots of opportunities for improvement and making the coolest, you know, models and armies in the future. But gotta get through painting the first one first, you know? Doesn't do anyone any good if I quit. Can't just quit because I'm bad at something. I'm gonna be bad at infinite things. And you don't get better if you quit. So, trying to just take things slow, not burn out. Do it when I feel like it and when it feels fun. So, we'll get there. I think my goal is by the end of November to have all the army fully built. And then, definitely not fully painted, but maybe start working on the foot soldiers and stuff. Because I tend to... My husband and I were doing like a hobby day once a week on Tuesdays. It's kind of our like big free day where neither of us had anything really going on. But then we started playing Monster Hunter together on those days. So the hobby stuff kind of took a back seat while we were mon hunting out. And then with Wilds coming out, we've been just like hype. So we've been just playing a lot of Monster Hunter together instead of painting or building or making, you know, anything else. But we'll get back to it. It will happen. I don't think Mon Hunt could easily swallow a lot of our time, but Monster Hunter is kind of a full-time hobby. It's just so fun. It's just so fun. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it as much as I did, but I ended up loving it a lot. I have kind of a complex relationship with WoW because I spent like 15 years playing it, and by the end, I feel like my opinion of Blizzard had kind of like really soured, and I felt like I had played through a lot of their like really low points when they just did not care and it was like a money grab. It's kind of how I felt about a lot of the later expansions that I played in. They were just like not good quality. I just did not think they were very good games. But I really missed the WoW gameplay loop. I really missed raiding. I missed killing big hard monsters, and like I know I could raid in Final Fantasy 14, but like the vibe was just not the same, really. I don't know why. I think the slower GCD and stuff, and I didn't really find a DPS class in 14 that I really liked. So I ended up playing healer, so it was just kind of a different vibe. And I know healers do DPS and stuff in there, but yeah, it was different. And then I played Monster Hunter World, and I ended up playing Charge Blade. And Charge Blade, I can't explain it other than to say it feels identical to the vibe of playing Unholy Death Knight in World of Warcraft in like late Mists of Pandaria, Siege of Orgrimmar era, which is when I was like playing the most WoW, and it was probably my favorite Unholy Death Knight time. So I've just been having like a lot of fun with Monster Hunter and Charge Blade, and it really just like, yeah, it just like finally kind of filled that hole that I had been feeling in gaming, where I wanted something else to kind of replace the World of Warcraft shaped spot in my little marionette heart. And somehow Monster Hunter World did it. And I was a doubter, but I had so much fun playing it, so I'm very excited for Wild. So I think when Wilds comes out, that will probably consume me for a bit, but until then, I'll work on my other hobbies. I'll work on some other things while we wait for that to release in, what, February? End of February? I'm gonna have to take time off to play it, I think. gonna be so fun. A lot of my guildies, a lot of my WoW guildies are gonna play it with me. I'm really excited. I'm excited. I mean, we play other games together all the time. But it's gonna be exciting to play Monhun with them. I think it'll be good. So much closer than I remember. Yeah, it's coming out really soon, comparably. Also, I don't know if you guys saw, but I think there's the demo is gonna be out like end of this month into very beginning of November. So if you've been wanting to try out Monster Hunter Wilds, that's when the demo is gonna be. So it's pretty exciting. It's also, it sounds like it's gonna be cross-playable. So if you have a friend who is gonna play it on like PS5, and then you have someone else who wants to play it on Xbox, and other folks like me who are PCers, I think you can all play together. So that's gonna be pretty exciting too. Because I have some friends, some guildies that do not have computers that can run it, but they have consoles. So there's that. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. Glad it's coming out on PC on the same release schedule. Yeah, me too. That'll be very fun. So yeah, this boy still has some little spots like under his shield. Please, sir. Honestly, this is just my fault for putting his shield on the way that I did. I should have thought ahead more. Alas, did not. Didn't think about how difficult it would be to paint some of these things. Normally I wouldn't worry too much, but it is gonna show. Also, Leonix, welcome in. Thank you for the posture check and the hydrate. Everyone make sure you do a big stretch. Let me just check this boy. I think he's pretty good though. Alright, let's put him down. Everyone do a big stretch. Make sure that you are an uncooked shrimp if you must be a shrimp. And make sure you get a sip of something. Doesn't matter what it is, something's better than nothing. Well, welcome in. Alright, we got 4 nights done. I think this boy is pretty much good with his base coat, his priming. I'll have to get his slap chop stuff put together. But yeah, I think that'll be... I don't think I'm gonna do another one, because it's already 9, so... I don't want to get like too far into another one this late into the stream. So let me go ahead and clean off my brushes. Let's see. Is there any stuff in here? Any biddies? Black paint? Looks like no. It's not like the best quality brush, so I'm not using my husband's best brushes. Those are for when I actually learn how to paint and I'm a little bit more seasoned, and then I can use the fanciest brushes, but for now, I'll paint with the baby stuff. Alright, let me put some of these back. I'm gonna put them in the order that I had them, because I think they fit that way, my little box. I've been keeping them. It was actually kind of a genius move on my part, in my own opinion. I've got these, like, Pickles has these boxes for her food that are, I don't know, they're just like the perfect size to keep, like, an army in, or like most of an army, and then they slide in nicely to some of our shelves. They're not the most aesthetic things, but they're lightweight. They have sides. That's all I need, really. Alright. Those boys are good. Whoop, my model's freaking out though. Alright, let me put some of the paint stuff over here to clean later. But thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Hopefully you had a nice time. Sorry I was a little late. Trying to I don't know. I didn't set up early, so that's I have nothing to say other than I probably should have set things up yesterday, but I didn't. Let's go over here. Let me do some quick swapping. Let's go back to our normal chatting screen, and then I can move some of my stuff around. Oh god. Take this. Ugh. My normal camera. Put it in its normal spot. Turn my little hobby light off. It's very warm. Move some of my little towel that I had set up here and stuff. Slowly put my desk to rights. At least a little bit. Let me also... Let's see. Let me turn this off. Let me see if my camera... Oh! My camera do be struggling. Oh, she might be dead. She might not be happy. Let's see. Camera? Question? My camera is like, you cannot do this. Hold on. Let me studio mode this quick. I have to remove this. Maybe that'll make it work. I think it was trying to work in two places at once. But maybe not. Maybe it's just that I need to turn off VTS on my phone, maybe. I'm still new to how does this all work? I don't know how other people put their stuff together. Oh, my model's she's just borked. She's just so borked. Hello? Alright, let me try, hold on. I'll try restarting VTube Studio. We'll see if that fixes her. Maybe it didn't like me changing what my camera was doing midstream. Perhaps. I want to make sure that I didn't break it. There we go. I'm back. Wow. Back to my normal shenanigans. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me today. Thanks for hanging out as we did some cozy painting. Let me take a quick look. See if anyone that we know is around. See you, Raz. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate y'all. Here's my schedule. Actually, do I have two of my schedule in here? I do. Why do I have two of them? Can I remove that one? Yes. Wow. Wow. There we go. So, our schedule for the rest of the week. We're going to be playing Harvest Island tomorrow. And then again on our Saturday stream. We might finish it. I don't know. We will have to see how our timing works out with those. And then we have Echoes of the Plum Grove on Sunday. Nice cozy Sunday to finish things off. Oh, you know who we should go say hi to? I see that B is playing Potionomics, the Masterwork Edition. B loves Potionomics, so I feel like we should go celebrate the Masterwork Edition coming out by raiding B and saying hello. So, Potionomics is so good. I have been meaning to play it. B loves this game so much. It's very inspiring to me as someone who has not played it yet. It makes me want to play it just because of the level of enthusiasm. So I think we should go say hello to them, see how their day is going. So first raid message is going to be for subscribers. Second one is going to be for everybody else. Can you post the Twitch link? I certainly can. Here is B's link. In case you get left behind in the raid, you can just click on through over there. I'm gonna get this raid started, but before we go, let's make sure we do a big stretch. Make sure that we are an uncooked shrimp, if we must be a shrimp. Make sure you get a sip of something, doesn't matter what it is. Something is better than nothing. Make sure that if you need to go get food, please get something to eat. If you need to get rest, please get some sleep. Before we go, let's make sure that our jaw is nice and unclenched and our brows are nice and unfurrowed. To the YouTube friends, you guys are just going to get a bit of a stream ending screen. But thank you guys for joining me today. I super appreciate it. Thank you to all the new cottagers. Thank you to all the returning cottagers, all the chatters, all the lurkers. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out as we did some cozy painting. I'm gonna get this raid started up, but as always, I hope you all have an excellent rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and hopefully get to see you guys again very, very soon.